So let's talk about SWTOR Weapon Tuning. That's guide by Bioware. It's in my guide section on my website, but it's not my guide because actually Bioware did a very neat job explaining what to do, how to do it, and why. So, weapon tuning is an exciting new way of customizing your weaponry, creating a brilliant visual flair on the weapon itself. Yay! And because it's not actually available yet, it will be available on May 3rd. Or was it May 5th? Whatever. Whenever the new chapter is released. I think it was May 3rd. And what we actually get is a new way of customizing our weapons. We all believe that Bioware is working towards a solution of allowing us to use outfit slots for weapons, you know, just like with the outfit designer, just like with every other slot for outfit that we currently have in the game. But no, they went to a different direction. Why? Because I believe EA is pushing them to grab more money from the poor customers, such as ourselves. So, what this thing actually is, if you want to equip a weapon tuning the first time, you will need a weapon with an available tuning slot. Weapons that have a tuning slot come from many different sources, including the cartel market, PvP, operations, reputation vendors, flashpoints, heroics, missions, and crafting recipes. Ooh, they can even be crafted. Be sure to check if your weapon has a tuning slot. Mine don't. I don't know how and when Bioware is going to introduce those. Currently, none of my weapons that I own on 3 of the characters that I've checked have a slot. They didn't really explain very well how exactly it is going to work and when it is going to become available. So the next thing you need after the weapon with the slot is you need weapon tuning. This is the fun moment. They're currently only found in cartel market packs. Why, oh why must you ruin a cool idea? I'll talk about that a little bit later. Let's finish introducing the new feature. The first weapon tuning, which is lightning, the one we see here in the picture and in the animated GIFs down below. So the lightning will be available in the Plunderer pack, which launches alongside Chapter 13, Profit and Plunder. That should be the beginning of May. And then third requirement, once you've got the weapon with an open tuning slot, just you can see here in the picture, is just another slot for a modification. Very similar to mods, crystals for the weapons, barrels and hilts, and of course the dice. Once you've got the weapon with an open tuning slot and a weapon tuning, combining the two is as simple as making any other modification to a weapon, says Bioware. It is actually simple and quick, minus the lag. First, control and right click on the item to open up the field modification window, and you can do exactly the same thing by left clicking on a modification station, right clicking, and then simply drag the weapon tuning into the weapon tuning slot and hit apply. Your weapon will automatically begin using the effect created by the mod. I don't want to call this a weapon tuning. I would like to call this a lag bearer, or the guide of how to make more lag in our game. Can you imagine everybody using these extra effects? I actually published earlier today, a short video with a funny animation of fireworks. One of our guildmates used the firework during a break between Revan pools, and I just randomly noticed that it dropped my FPS by about 20-ish during the animation of the fireworks effects. But anyway, that's how you do the weapon tuning. So, why do I want to mention this right now before it actually is released? It's an awesome idea. It's actually better and more realistic than just giving us an outfit slot for the weapons. What's bad is that Bioware doesn't allow anybody to get those for free or through gameplay. Buying cartel packs, really? Because the chance cubes aren't enough to screw us over and over and over? I mean, I don't buy cartel packs and hyper crates and everything often. I do it just usually once per month because of the hyper crate opening videos that I do. And in my life, I've actually only done 2 of those so far. Probably next month. But anyway, there are people who will be spending tons and tons of real life money, not credits, but real life money to get those awesome lightning effects. Yeah, they look cool. And I can only imagine that they look cool and cooler depending on your weapon. So for example, this little lightning effect on your normal, crappy, standard-ish lightsaber, that's nice. Why must they introduce that to only via the cartel market? Because that's a very cheap and frustratingly annoying money grabbing trick. I don't think that's a decision by Bioware. No, the people that we see on the live streams and on the forums are not the people that are making the decision. So we know who to blame. It's EA. That's a decision made by EA. The game is profitable. I mean, come on. Fallen Empire is the most successful expansion. We witnessed that by ourselves, and we were reminded of that success with the recently released, I think it's here somewhere, how they call it, open letter from Ben Irving to the players. Ben Irving is the game's producer, so one of the biggest persons involved in the game. In this letter, he reminded us how successful the launch of this expansion was and how big really the expansion is. Yes, we didn't see endgame content, new endgame content, but the work they put behind the old to be revamped and presented as currently challenging, air quoting, new content is a lot of work indeed. And that's something good. So the game is profitable. Bioware is earning. I'm sure that subscriptions are dropping slowly after the release of the expansion. There are people who are frustrated because of lack of content. That's constant. I mean, there are always people who subscribe. They don't like what they receive and they unsubscribe, especially those who unsubscribe and go to share their opinion in forums, Reddit, and other kinds of internet options. I don't know what to say. It's really a bad idea, but I wouldn't blame specifically the guys who have the hard task of introducing this feature to us on the next live stream by Bioware, which is probably going to be Eric Musco and whoever his guest is. No, there will be a lot of raging, and I absolutely approve that raging. I will be raging myself if I have to during the live stream, maybe not in chat. I don't like to express my rage publicly. But it's definitely unpleasant, and I expect the chat to be extremely negatively aimed during the whole live stream. Even if Bioware doesn't talk about this blog post that I published yesterday, people will be talking because this is a huge change to the game, and it's one of the worst ever. I mean, yeah, it's not pay to win. That's still good. The only pay to win is the stupid level 60 token that's available on the store. But everything else in this store, I don't believe, I know, and I can firmly say with confidence that everything else is just pure cosmetics. They may boost you with experience boost or something else for a short time for your leveling experience, but well, leveling is solo anyway, and this boost doesn't help you in random PvP events if you ever try to PvP while leveling. Not many people do that. Anyway, this is, again, this new change, the weapon tuning feature, is not going to boost your character. It's going to be visual upgrade, and a very nice upgrade, I think. Maybe not for everybody, maybe not for every weapon and every style, but I don't know.